Today's a 2-for-1 on fixing projects on the farm. I just got done with taking the radiator out of my car. Now I'm waiting on the new radiator to finish that project up. So I thought it would be time to fix a problem that we've been noticing on our wonderful 2005 Kawasaki Mule.
We are Alex and Elena, a couple in our mid-20s working towards financial independence and self-sustainability.
Follow our journey as we grow, build, fix, and learn the skills we need to get us there.
This is one of probably the only thing that my family has ever bought new of any substantial value. In 2005, as a 10-year-old, I saw an outdoors magazine with a picture of one of these on the back, and I was so enamored with this thing that I basically begged my mom if we could have one for the property, and it was pretty much a no, until about 6 months later that Christmas, she actually surprised me with the key of one of these in the very toe of the stocking that was hanging on our baluster. It was literally the best Christmas of my life. So anyway, fast forward throughout the years, this was a super fun vehicle. Whenever I had birthday parties, we would all pile in the back and all over this thing and drive it over the farm. And it's been a super handy tool for everything we've done here. It's a portable workstation, it's ripped stumps out of the ground. It's Elena's go-to watering mobile for the garden. It just is a really handy tool to have around the property. And it's been pretty lightly used over the 15 years we've had it. It's only got 237 hours on it right now.
So the issue we've been having with this thing is just that it's running really rough. It just sputters and misses, and there's some sort of issue with it. I think it might be a fuel problem, but I'm not 100% sure. One thing I know I need to replace is the muffler. Just over the years from condensation, it's developed a really big hole in the bottom of it, so that's got to get fixed. But it was running fine even with a hole in the muffler, so I'm not 100% sure whether it's just a carburetor clean is needed or what exactly the problem is. But we're gonna tear it apart and investigate. I'm gonna start this up so you can just hear what it sounds like. Of course, now I can't get it started, but take my word for it that it's misfiring and running like crap. Before I start tearing into the carburetor, I just want to make sure I'm getting good spark to the spark plug. So I got my inline spark checker that I'm going to put in here and check that. I'm going to check the condition of the spark plug too, see what it looks like. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. It's not wet with fuel or anything, and definitely not the worst I've ever seen. Next area to investigate is going to be the carburetor, this guy right here. I'm just going to take it off and take it apart, see if it needs to be cleaned out. There is some sediment in there, so that may have been the issue. My mom is a retired nurse, and a few years back before she retired, she snagged some of this surgical wire that they were going to throw out, and along with some surgical tools actually, that have really come in handy with taking this kind of stuff apart and cleaning it out. So I just used this wire to fish through the very small passages in these carburetor jets, and also use some compressed air and just carb cleaner to help clean those out. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Well, no luck with that. Might need a new spark plug. Let me try some starter fluid. What in the world is going on? This would have been way too easy if it was just the carburetor. So I'm not surprised. I pulled off the air cleaner. It is the original from 2005, but it's in perfect shape. So there's nothing that causes worry there. The fuel filter I just replaced like probably a year or two ago, so there really shouldn't be anything terrible going on there. So I'm coming back now to the spark plug. I think it's probably just I'm not getting good spark there. I'm gonna take it out again, clean it off, and see if I can get the fire. If not, I gotta replace it. I also verified the fuel pump, put some fuel into the bowl of the carburetor. I didn't know this before I just took it apart, but there's actually a little drain screw down there where you can drain the float bowl while it's still installed in the vehicle, and I just cracked that open and saw some fuel come out. So there's definitely fuel there. I tore off just a wee bit of Scotch-Brite here, and I'm gonna try to slide it in between the electrodes on the spark plug to hopefully clean those surfaces up and make it spark. Scotch-Brite didn't really work, but I found some sandpaper and that seemed to do the trick. Now I just gotta set this gap to about 30 thousandths of an inch and we should be good to install it and try it again. For that I use this handy tool. You can tell exactly how big the gap is, and this one is right around 35, so it's a little bit big. I'm gonna bring it down to, the spec is 28 to 32.
Okay, take 3. Take 2, can't remember. That's better.
That sounded terrible.
That was promising for a little bit. I think this spark plug might be the culprit.
Starter plug?
Is that bad when you do that?
I mean, if you did it forever, you could burn your starter out, but...
Well, I think it's that spark plug. I'm going to order a new one and we'll check with that.
New spark plug came in, let's give it a shot. Wish this were easier to see, but there is an absolutely perfect spider web that formed right here. Unbelievable.
Seems to be running good. I think that did the trick.
Took her for a test drive to make sure everything was okay, and she seems to be running like a top, just like new. Love this thing.
Crazy cluckers. Crazy cluckers.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos from Mason-Dixon Acres, make sure to hit subscribe with notifications. That way you get an alert every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern when we drop a new video. Leave a comment below to let us know what you thought, and we'll see you next time.